than...
We don't talk about this.
Yeah, so it's like Discovery just threw that episode of DS9 right out the window.
And the entire Augment Virus storyline in Enterprise. Like, bye.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Which? Are you guys? You and James still watching Voyager right now, or where are you guys at? Yeah, think about it.
Well, let me adjust my mining chips here.
Oh, Sam's over there. Oh yeah, speaking of your game, how goes your revenge? I don't think we've talked about your revenge society for a while.
Well, I'm still trying to level up my other account so I can attack the guy.
You have 2 accounts.
Yes.
You got the Murderer Belvaria.
Oh, what?
I can't remember the...
What the hell is he talking about? I'm very lost.
More coddleism.
Okay. This is my favorite coddleism thus far. Okay. I've told you about that game Kingdom Come that I played where I moonlit as a serial killer, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I called myself the Butcher of Bohemia.
Yes, the Butcher of Bohemia.
It's just coined
The
I was
murderer.
the murderer of Belvaria.
See, it's like Coddle came from an alternate dimension where everything's similar but just not quite right.
He's a walking Mandela effect.
Yes.
I've lived many, many lives.
It's like that episode of Voyager with Tom Paris when he's talking to one lady. She's like, "You seem to know a lot, but it's like your information's just like slightly off a little bit."
Or he's like Worf in Parallels. Like he's just shifting.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows where my next jump will be?
We are on season 5, episode 9, which is the season where they start the Chaotica stuff. So that's when I was definitely wanting him to see.
So,
And so the last episode we watched was the Cardassian hologram, and, like the ethics of it. He definitely loves the Doctor-heavy episodes, which are always my favorite.
As you should.
Yeah, and he's been watching a few of the clips of a little bit of Enterprise. Because I've been watching other Star Trek. This one, because Voyager, I've just been watching with him. So I've been watching Enterprise off and on here, and he loves the Doctor on that. The Doctor seems to be his favorite character in all the series. Because I showed him the one where
I really like this here.
Archer takes his dog down to the planet and it pees on that tree and ends up getting sick. And Phlox goes to replace his pituitary gland from a lizard. And the guy was like, well, I had to give him a special diet or anything like that. And he's like, no, but you will have trouble finding him. When he gets startled, he'll have the ability to blend in with his background. He's like, are you serious? Nope, just joking. Ha 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 ha.
Or am I?
So,
kind of like the ferrets from the engineer's ferret in Lower Decks where he just disappears.
Oh, Phillips?
Yeah.
now did you ever watch the short treks? Because I showed him the triple one.
Yeah, I watched the original release of them.
Because I showed him the triple episode.
Which I do. I thought, especially since it's like in Discovery, it's fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
The one short track where that one guy is on Discovery and it's way in the future makes no sense at all.
Well, it has Kurtzman has said he doesn't like being held down by canon.
It's his own canon.
I know.
It's his canon, which
No,
that
no.
short track just proves that he has absolutely no fucking clue where any of his storylines are going long term.
Mm-hmm. Also, at that point, why not just make his own universe that's separate from like?
I have thought about this. I could see them making like Discovery part of its own universe.
That's why he just doesn't like canon, but also can't keep his own canon intact.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the kicker with him. Is like, yeah, you don't want to be tied down by canon. So one, you pick an era of Trek that is like in between two eras. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if he didn't want to be held down by canon, then he should have picked like after Next Gen, like after Nemesis.
So you can just do whatever you want.
Mhm.
You know, you just have to look backwards with some canon. It's like you hemmed yourself in.
Mm-hmm.
I hate Kurtzman. So one guy I want to dick in that face. Well, not the one guy, but him more than anyone.
Kurtzman, your mortal enemy, who banned you from all Reddit.
Not all. Just the Daystrom Institute and the Star Trek subreddit.
Wait, what is it? I zoned out. All I heard was Daystrom Institute.
I was given a permanent ban from the Daystrom Institute subreddit and the Star Trek subreddit because I was talking shit about Discovery.
Well, I knew you'd been permabanned from
Daystrom.
Daystrom. I didn't know about the other one.
Yeah. I'm rocking dual
So-
permaban.
So the only reason I created a Reddit was to go in there. And remember this. I made a post about it. About like
You got banned too, didn't you?
they denied the post.
I tried.
And then I'm on Reddit just saying nothing.
Because like the thing was, I was like, where does the line come down that Star Trek fans are not allowed to point out the flaws in the show?
Well, see, that's Kurtzman has said,
Well, he's adjusted his position, so he's ready to hop on his soapbox here.
Kurtzman has said in interviews that he is a frequent visitor of the Daystrom Institute and Star Trek subreddits. Those are the two biggest Trek subreddits.
So they don't want to make him mad. They want him to keep.
And if you get on there, well, beforehand you could get on there, and if you brought up like plot hole issues or episodes you didn't like or things that you thought made no sense about anything but Discovery, that was fine. It was fine. You could bring up the inconsistencies between Trill and Next Gen and Trill and Deep Space Nine. Nobody cared. You bring up one fucking inconsistency with Discovery, they deny the post. And then if you continue to comment about your dislike of certain things in Discovery, that's when you get banned. So that's the thing. That's the hypocrisy of it. Is that either Kurtzman is a mod on there and gets people banned that he just doesn't like, or they are so like desperate to please Daddy Kurtzman that they shutter any dissent.
Yeah, because I even said, I tried to say in the post, it's like, why are we punishing those who point out the flaw in a show that is so reliable on canon?
And as much as my heart is filled with hatred and vitriol, the post that I would make about Discovery, I would try. Because you don't even have to like. it's so full of plot holes. You don't even have to be a jerk about it. You just have to go like, well, this doesn't make sense with what they just said 2 episodes ago. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, I would say at least Strange New Worlds feels like they're popping it back on track.
That's because Kurtzman has everything to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks are so good because he has zero involvement in them.
And the Klingons look a whole lot better in Discovery. Or, Strange New Worlds, sorry. Don't give me that judgmental look.
Contradicting
I
yourself
still-
there, Samuel.
Still, my favorite episode is the musical episode. And my favorite part is still when the Klingons sing. I love it.
Help
me,
the
that-
Klingons overrun.
That is what I'm going to tell my kids K-pop is.
The best part about that is like, because the Klingon captain is so, and he's trying to fight it, and then it's that high pitched,
Mm-hmm.
pop voice. I'm like, do all Klingons put on the gruff voice?
It sounded like they do in Lower Decks.
Like when Worf is by himself, does he have a high pitched voice?
They all doing like the Michael Jackson. We're just in reverse. We all have high-pitched voices.
Wouldn't it be the most hilarious thing if you found out that all Klingons put on a gruff voice when they're not with other Klingons? Like nobody took them seriously as warriors, and so they were like had to
Yes.
affect this
Yeah,
voice.
so there's like an episode where he's on the bridge, and he goes to his bridge. Oh, thank God. My throat's killing me today.
That's why. That's like why.
All power to disruptors.
One gay Klingon. Apply, you little bitch.
What was the name of the piggy? The pig. They're pet pigs.
The
Oh,
Targs.
Targs.
Yeah, the Targs. Who's such a good Targ? Oh, yeah.
Targs are weird in that they eat them, and they keep them as pets.
Yeah, because that'd be like us, like, eating our pets all the time, but yeah, we keep them as pets.
And you don't?
Fuddles on his 4th dog this year.
Yeah.
Sophie is prime for consumption.
She's going to be succulent.
Bo's ready for harvest.
Bo's been ready.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'm seriously surprised you have not gotten a phone call. From Gary.
Well, it's past 5 o'clock, and
Well, it's also been a slow day and all that. Nothing's blowing up at the moment. Knock on wood.
we'll go ahead and call it a day on this one. So,
Is that 30 minutes?
yeah, we got a few more minutes. So that's saying after the commercial and the podcast ending, we're good. So.
Hurry up! You're not even supposed to be on this podcast. The Real Cuddle Production is. Oh.
I just got to make it
Mr.
through
C, we
tomorrow,
don't have
and
time
next
for this.
week, and the week
Real
after.
Cuddle Productions deals with streaming. And
So we need.
podcasts of
So you're
that
usually off
sort
on
of thing.
Sundays, Mondays,
And
right?
Hurry
up,
Neil! These are all
Tuesdays
podcasts
and
we do.
Fridays,
Look up
but
Kaiju
Mondays
Review.
are my
Through the eyes of an
5 a.m.
ensign.
shows.
Cartoon Nami.
We're talking about
15
maybe
minutes
trying to
of
do
hell.
another trip up to
With
Weston.
episodes that get published weekly. Now,
Weston.
let's hurry up before we're
Doesn't
found
take
out.
time.
Hey!
No.
What are you doing? Oh no, Jesus! Look us up.
This is a new one.
Thank you for listening
you got all
to
new
this
ones.
podcast by the Real Cuddle Productions. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did making it. Reach out to us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/TheRealCuddleProductions or at our email at kaijureviewforyou@gmail.com.
I still need 2 more, but I don't know. I've got yet to find one even close. I have to go
The
like
Real Cuddle Productions hope you've enjoyed this program.